Okay, so we'll call the meeting to order. We'll start with the roll call.
Mrs. Fraser?
Here.
Mr. Markowitz?
Here.
Mr. Midley?
Here.
Mr. Sharma?
Here.
Mr. Spice?
Here.
Okay, last week we tabled the minutes from the September 21st meeting so that everyone could get a chance to read them through. Would anyone like to make any comments?
Good with it.
I had one small thing to note on it, and it was that the case 210974, which was on Bronson's Way, about halfway through the case, there's a note that the addition, if it will only be 2 feet, then the addition would fall within the property line. But if 3 feet, then it would be slightly over. I don't believe it was going over the property line. I think it was, they were talking about a setback.
Correct.
Okay, so that was the only thing I noted. That,
And it did go to BZA and was approved.
okay. Alright,
That's good. I'll make a motion to approve it.
I'll second it.
Do we get to vote if we're not present that day?
You could vote on it. I was always told you're allowed to vote on it.
you're allowed to vote on it, but you don't have to.
Yeah.
Usually I abstain if I wasn't there because I
Yeah.
don't know if the meeting minutes reflected things or not.
Exactly, so I'm gonna stay out of it.
Okay.
You still call your name, you just say you abstain.
Mr. Markowitz?
Yes.
Mr. Spice?
Yes,
Mrs. Fraser?
Yes.
Mr. Midley?
Yes.
Mr. Sharma?
Abstain.
Okay, and then we have the meeting, or the minutes from October 7th.
Looks good to me.
Yep.
I'll make a motion to approve.
I'll second.
I'll second that. I seconded
Yeah, second.
Mrs. Sharma?
Yes.
Sorry, I didn't hear you. Mr. Markowitz?
Yes.
Mr. Midley?
Yes.
Mr. Spice?
yes.
Mrs. Fraser?
Yes. Okay, is there anyone here tonight that does not have a case on the agenda? Okay, then we can start with the first case, which is Dutton Drive.
Hello, Jeff Clark, Easy Sign Group.
Hello.
We're proposing this sign that has been submitted, which I believe you have a drawing in front of you. Pretty self-explanatory, but if you have any questions, you could shoot away.
Is there an existing sign there?
Yes, I think so. A very small, old sign, I believe. And this is going not in the same location, but a more central location because there's some large trees in the way. I want to keep those.
So the existing sign will be removed?
Oh, yeah, sure.
Take its place, okay. looked at all of it the other day and I didn't bring it with me, but. The stonework's already in place?
No,
Are you, so you're doing?
no, we make the stonework in the shop, install the whole sign at once.
Okay.
How's the sign lit?
He has no lights, as I know. If-
No ground lights?
I don't know of any, no. There may be some there already from the other sign. The company may be putting them in, but it's not something we're handling.
Address is on it, the sign looks nice.
I'll move to approve it as submitted.
Who said that?
John?
I'll second it.
Looks good.
Okay,
Mr.
thank
Midley?
you.
Yes.
Mr. Sharma?
Yes.
Mr. Markovich?
Yes.
Mr. Spice?
Yes.
Mrs. Frager?
Yes. What's this one more? Do you
He's
need
got
that
two
one? You have two?
He's got 2 copies.
I'm just gonna stay here because I got the next one too.
Oh, okay.
You're a busy one.
You don't have to move them up, right?
No, and I want to introduce the tenant and the property owner, Aaron Dahl is here.
Okay.
He can tell you about what he's planning for the property. I can tell you about the sign, so. I don't know what order you want to go.
Is there a case or this is your case, this one?
Pardon?
The next one's yours?
Yes. Twinsburg Family Medicine. That sign currently meets all the size requirements, but we're seeking a variance to put it a little closer to the street.
Hold on just a moment while we sign the previous case.
Pardon?
We're still,
Oh, okay. I
signing
thought
the
you had
previous case.
approved it and we're moving on.
So they're with you too, and you have 2 cases?
No, we have one more sign.
One more
Previous sign and this sign coming up.
I meant, you're a
Them.
separate case.
They have one sign.
Okay.
It's in your packet.
Okay.
Okay, next case is
Okay.
2651 East Aurora Road.
You want to see the signs?
Are the sign posts painted black in this proposed
Mhm.
sign? So the sign itself is black and the posts are black on
Right.
this? Okay.
With stone bases, with
With
brick
stone
bases.
brick bases.
And you're doing the base too, right?
Mm-hmm. And that was to complement the look for the building? Is that that was the point of that?
Yeah.
I wasn't the designer on this, but Aaron can probably tell you more about the sign choices.
Good evening, everyone. My name's Dr. Aaron Dio. Please call me Aaron, though. I'm the future tenant of the old vet clinic. My father and I purchased it a couple years ago, and you guys know how long it's been sitting there empty and very dark and dungeony looking. So, last few years, my dad and I have slowly, been getting things renovated as we move on, while I'm currently finishing up my foot and ankle surgery residency down at Alliance, Ohio. My wife is actually the family med portion. She is currently finishing up her residency up in Michigan. So we've been separate but finishing and getting this done at the same time. So we've had a hectic couple of years together trying to get all this finished. My wife was the kind of the person putting away the design and putting everything together. The reason we picked the black and the gold accents is when one day hopefully you all come by and see the inside of our renovations, it kind of complements the inside of our theme that we're following. Future business cards and everything like that we hope to put together and go through. If you look at the brick molding as well at the bottom, that's going to be matching our building brick that is outlined at the bottom as well. So kind of following the theme of keeping things together and put together as well. And based on that, it's kind of where we came out with. And then in the basement, we also have a spa that is going in. So the necessity spa is what she will be calling it down there. So together, that's kind of where we're at.
Okay. What's the dimensions of the number letters at the top, the 2651? What's the size?
The size of the letters?
Yeah.
Usually we do 3 inches or larger for the address.
Oh, yeah, you're saying the numbers.
Yeah, I don't have it in front of me. I'm guessing it's gonna be at least 3 inches, 4 inches, something like that. I don't have a number. It can be what you want, but,
Bigger the better, I guess.
okay.
Like minimum
What's
of
the
3
typical
inches.
size you'd
Yeah,
like it to be?
I think we were saying 4 for a while, but sometimes it doesn't always fit.
Big bold letters would be nice. Like
So then-
it's easy to read that way. You know, when we're driving around.
Right.
So-
we used to do 4, but we've always said at least 3 inches. I don't know
Yeah.
what
I'm
those
sure it's
measure.
3 inches, yeah.
Yeah, you have room on your sign for it. Yeah.
Best practices of putting signs together, they're always a good size.
And following with that, when Steve from the fire department walked by and did the inspection for our building and passed that, we also got 2651 written on our building as well, and we did 6 inches for that as well, and he was very
So it's
happy
on
with
the
that.
building, too.
Yeah, so that is on the building as well. So
Okay, good.
Yeah.
Good.
All right.
I'll make a motion.
For the sign or for the variance? I think that they should be 2 separate motions.
Yeah, we should do the variance first.
Yeah, I wondered how you're gonna handle that.
You want to do the variance first?
Yeah, I think so.
Are you
Usually, I don't think it
comfortable
has
with the
to.
variance, a 6-foot variance on the setback?
I mean, normally we do the variance first, don't we?
We could do it either way.
Whatever you want.
Do we know what other signs along the street, what their setback is?
This setback is actually where the old sign used to be. There's
Okay.
existing lights in the ground, and we're gonna be within a foot of that, just so we don't have to dig out the old footers. But it's gonna be very similar location to that. And we did a site triangle, which is in your plans there, and I pulled in and took pictures, and there's really no
Yeah.
infringement on your line of sight. I mean, you
Yeah.
can see quite a long ways.
So when you say within a foot of the previous sign that was there, are you moving it a foot closer to the sidewalk?
No, it's just where it is. We're not moving anything closer.
The sign's not
But if
there
you look on the
anymore.
ground, you'll, in that photo on the left there, you'll see lights in the ground,
Where the sign
where
was.
the old sign was. So we're not really going any closer, I don't believe. We're putting it at a spot that's comfortable with the site because there's a grade increase that goes towards the building.
Yeah.
And it's just the best spot for the
Yeah.
sign.
How far is the sign from the building?
Right now, in our plan, how far?
And-
I don't have that number. I believe it's about 15 feet, possibly something like that, from the building.
How much?
About 15 feet it will
15
be
feet?
from the building. And that was another thing, we couldn't really move it back a whole lot further to be 10 feet off of the sidewalk because it would make one side of the sign like a foot away from the building. And it would just be kind of awkward looking.
Mhm. Just curious, how big, how many square feet is that building?
Total,
Yeah, if you kind of know, I just wondered.
3,000 square feet.
That's good size for you.
Yeah.
I'm good with it. I'll make a motion then to approve the variance.
I'll second it.
Mr. Markovitz?
Yes.
Mr. Sharma?
Yes.
Mr. Midland?
Yes.
Mr. Spice?
Yes,
Was that a yes?
yes.
It's a reluctant yes.
But
That was a half a
they
yes.
debated about it, though.
Mrs. Frazier?
Yes.
As in the variance.
Yes.
Yeah.
Make sure it's noted that it's no closer than the previous sign that was there. No scooting it forward.
You'll see it good though.
I know some
Yeah,
people
I
say, well,
hope so.
we had to move it in order to miss the footers, so they
Yeah.
moved it 2 feet closer.
No,
No,
It's
I
like,
hope
if
not, yeah.
anything, you go further
No,
to try
yeah.
and be more in compliance with the
Right,
current
right,
code.
no.
Yeah.
Okay.
And yeah, I mean, you know that side of the street, there's mainly residential housing, so for us to be on that side, we kind of want to be seen a bit, but obviously not on top of the sidewalk either, so totally agree.
Okay. So then we'll need a motion on the actual sign.
But we had a motion in.
I was okay with it.
Oh, we have a motion standing?
Yeah.
Okay.
At least it was made, but then we said we got needed.
Yeah.
Make the variance
Okay.
first. Yeah, I was okay with the sign, so I'll make a motion to approve as is.
I'll
Second.
second it.
Second. Thought it was second.
Second. Yeah.
Mr. Sharma?
I'm not in a big rush.
Yes.
Figured let somebody else second.
Mr. Midland?
Yes.
Mr. Spice?
Yes,
Mr. Markovitz?
Yes.
Mrs. Frazier?
Yes.
Yeah. Good luck with that. Good luck.
Thank you, guys.
Thank you.
Yeah, please come visit when it's open.
Yeah.
We'll do that.
Thank you.
Thank you. Good luck.
Okay.
Yeah. No. I had so many sports injuries. I said, after this last one, they had a quadruple hernia surgery. I said, that's it. I ain't no more surgery. Done. Done with it. Shoulder. Thousands of games played. Let's see if I can grab them off.
Sign that one, both of them. This is a pretty big. It's like 40 foot by 32. Yeah, I think they're 4, so that's great too. Because I was looking to see we got the building, and then I'm not sure if that's, we'll find out. It's just up there. No.
my problem with that was that it was 15 feet from the building, and yet it's kind of crunched up against the sidewalk,
Yeah.
and it just didn't make sense to me.
Yeah.
Just push it back.
Yeah. You should have brought it up probably just
Well, they're saying that the slope of the property.
Oh,
It
yeah,
raises it up, but.
that
Yeah.
possibly.
They're always looking to get even a foot, so more visibility for some people, they would think.
He said they were removing the existing sign in the same place that they did.
Sorry.
Yeah.
It's a big sign.
Well, the previous.
No, it wasn't gone, it was already removed. The previous sign, right?
There's a previous sign in the location that they wanted to put this sign. Then there was, but I guess the existing sign or whatever sign was there before wasn't in that location. If there was even one there. I'm not sure what was in there before then.
Yeah.
I tried to Google it.
I think he said it was a vet there, but.
There's a veterinarian thing.
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
All right, next case we have is 9433 Chamberlain Road. Detached Farm.
That's right.
It was a bit.
Good evening. My name is Ben Priester, resident Chamberlain Road.
Okay, so we can see from the property aerial views that you're planning to put this behind the existing home.
So it's going to be behind the home. There's already a driveway that runs like past the building, which you can see, and then it would be placed like right at the end of where that driveway's already at.
And it's not visible from the street.
No,
It's a
it would
very
probably
deep,
be,
very deep property.
yeah, probably be about 900 feet off the street.
Right, and it's very wooded.
Yeah,
It's way, way back.
We see that you have 2 doors, which would be facing toward the street, the 2 overhead doors.
correct.
And then you have a side man door on the right and 2 windows.
Yeah,
Um,
and then the back and the left side would be kind of closer to the woods.
those 2 sides are blank faces.
Yeah.
I
Yeah,
think that the
pretty
blank
long
faces
drive.
are appropriate in this property. I don't think there's any issue with that.
It's a nice big barn, I can use one like that.
Yeah. I have a motorhome, and I want to at least half of it stored in a motorhome in the wintertime. And then the other side kind of be like a workshop.
So the garage doors are pretty tall?
Yeah, I want to do 12 foot by 10 foot wide
Yeah.
doors.
And it fits in at 10 foot wide?
Yeah. Yeah.
That's pretty good.
I'll back it in.
Probably just pull it in. No, I might back it in, depends.
Put a
You'll
door on
have-
the other side, you drive through.
Yeah. I have to clear too much woods behind it that way, though.
Yeah. Need a lot more concrete though.
Yeah.
You're showing 2-foot side overhangs, the eaves 2 feet?
I think I'm going to do 2 foot on the sides and 1 foot on the front
And 1
and the
foot
back.
on the front and rear?
Yeah.
Okay. And then you have the high window on the front.
Correct.
Will you have any gutters or downspouts?
Yes.
And the color of the shingles or the roof? What is the roof? made of?
So I want to, so my plan is the main thing I want to do is get approved so that I can get the concrete put in like the next couple weeks. And then I want to start building like come springtime. So I haven't like for sure figured out what roofing and siding I want to use, but I want to match like the house now. So it's like a beige kind of tannish siding and like a grayish dark colored roof.
All right, so we'll make the motion to have, is the siding vinyl,
Probably metal.
metal?
Mhm.
Okay. So metal siding in a color similar to the existing home's siding.
Correct.
You show, is that block going up, like 2 feet? It changes color.
So what I want to do, it kind of all goes hand in hand. The house, we want to eventually change out the bottom to kind of do stonework around the base, and I want to do that kind of the same.
Okay,
On the barn.
so
yeah.
that shows stonework on at least the front and right
Yeah.
elevations.
Yeah.
That'll be a nice look.
Okay,
Yeah.
okay. And then we have the overhangs 2 feet on the side, 1 foot front and rear. And the roofing material,
I was gonna do, is metal roofing, is that, I mean, is it okay to do metal
On
roofing?
this, yeah, on this structure in this location, I think a metal roof is appropriate.
Okay, so that was my intentions, was to do metal roof.
Yeah,
Which
Okay.
one?
I don't think it matters on that.
On this one, yeah, it can be any kind of metal roof on this one. As long as it doesn't leak, right?
Right.
And you'll make it look nice.
Yeah, for sure.
The color to coordinate with the existing home,
Yeah,
is that okay? If you pick an odd color, come
yeah,
back.
it's gonna be like a kind of tannish kind
Right,
of color.
a neutral
and then like
color
a
to
darker,
coordinate with the existing home,
Yeah,
I think
and
is
then like
fine on
a
this.
darker roof, and then probably white doors and white gutters.
White doors, white gutters, white trim, white
Yeah.
windows.
Mhm.
Okay. Sounds good. So a motion to approve is noted.
I'll second.
Oh, you don't need this. I have it. All right.
That's kind of-
And you can see the property. It's going way back here.
You can go out of turn.
Mr. Markovitz?
Yes.
Mr. Midley?
Yes.
Mr. Sharma?
Yes.
Mr. Spice?
Yes,
Mrs. Frazier?
Yes.
a lot of space.
Yes.
So that one's pretty easy.
Thank you.
Okay, thanks.
Good luck with that.
All right, thank you.
Thank you. Good luck.
Get it on the chairman line.
No, you're good.
Did I sign the chairman line?
You go to the building department, issue an invoice you paid.
No, you didn't.
I think I only signed one of them. though.
You did. You didn't sign this one.
I need to catch it, John.
There's
You're
not
on
enough.
top of it.
Not enough. Sometimes I am. Sometimes I'm not.
Yeah. Do a good job.
I'd like to just make a note real quick that next meeting, won't be here, I'll be in Louisiana. So I'll be missing the next meeting. I'll let everybody know ahead of time.
Mm-hmm.
Bring me back some volunteers.
Yeah. Crawdads.
They're kind of out of season right now. They probably still have some down there. They farm on the place.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's, the season is usually March, middle of
Yeah.
March. I like
Black and redfish.
They'll be there for a few months after that.
Yellowtail
They'll
snapper.
linger. Sometimes not as fresh.
They have it's weird how certain fishes come in certain months. When I was in Key West a few months back, it was everything was yellowtail snapper. Fantastic too. It's like that's like a month later, you know, that's not like the fish that's around the,
Yeah.
you know, it could be tuna or whatever.
I know.
So it's
Yeah.
my deep sea fish. It's easy to catch down there.
Yeah, I know it's like that in the, that's the Fort Worth area too, Panama City.
Yeah, it changes every month almost.
Cause I love redfish and I'll
Yeah.
go down there. Sometimes I go.
Black and redfish is
Well,
so
yeah,
good.
get you one, but usually the prices are a lot higher.
It's hard to find a good New Orleans restaurant. It really is, like, you know, they had a place
You got this one.
called Copeland's, and it was in,
Yeah, John was
yeah,
resigning.
in the Carolinas. I'm gonna tell you, and it was very authentic, you know, which was nice.
Yeah.
But they can't survive the off seasons, you know, and the tourist season, but they were a big deal in New Orleans, so I know that.
Yeah. Yeah, they're throughout Louisiana, cause there's even
Yeah.
Copeland's up in Monroe.
Yeah, did you go there?
Yeah. Yeah, I've been there.
I miss it. I definitely miss it, yeah. Okay, I'm ready to go home, guys.
Does anyone have anything else?
Yeah. The siren when it went off, my wife turned the radio on and they were forecasting this horrible tornado that was coming right into Twinsburg.
Mm-hmm.
And I couldn't believe that we'd be having this meeting here.
Oh,
Yeah.
are you disappointed that there was no tornado?
No, because we went down the basement,
Okay.
and that's what, and we've only gone down that, we've lived there 50 years, we've only done that once before,
Wow.
for the same reason.
Not far
Yeah.
from Jen's house.
But it was kind of bizarre, and when we I get out here and everything's just cool.
It can be heavy and calm that far away from you. It was right on the border for a little bit. Between Hudson and Twinsburg.
Oh, I don't know what's in the basement. I don't
What's
know if there
the
is.
rotation was you were saying?
Does this building have a basement?
Yes. Yes.
Yeah.
It's huge.
Oh,
What do you guys
Not
think
the
of that?
building.
All the records,
Oh, like files.
all the police stuff,
I gotcha.
all the files from every phone bill downstairs.
You ever had a flood down there?
Not since I've been here.
Oh, flood, no, we have waterproof, everything is in watertight containers.
I gotcha.
Yeah, my boss had that problem. We didn't have enough room in the office, so he was storing tons of our drawings, paper drawings in his basement at home.
Oh, it,
And his sump pump went out when he was out of town on
There's
vacation.
nothing worse.
That's the worst time this one do go out when you have
That's usually when it goes out.
Last home, my Elvis kept a spare one.
Do whatever
The
you
battery
can not
died.
to have one.
my house does not have a sump pump.
I don't have one in here either.
Yeah, I don't have one there.
I'm actually rerunning my sewer
Second
line.
one is a.
Get a water backup insurance. You
Yeah.
can't get the flood one apparently.
Once you open it up, it'll fight its way through your footers anyways, so either way.
Cool.
I'm
All
ready.
right, I'll make a motion to adjourn.
Yes.
I'll second it.
Mrs. Fraser,
Yes.
Mr. Sharma,
Yes.
Mr. Markovitz,
Yes.
Mr. Midley,
Yes.
Mr. Spicer.
Yes.